Welcome to Fortune's Hiding Down Under TV. We are back. Football's back. International Boar Fest is over. Thank God for that, because it has been driving me nuts. It's like a little dangled carrot. They go, right, here you go. Premier League football's back after the summer, and then boom, they take it away from you. But boys, how are you? And how has your International Boar Fest been while we haven't had football?
It's been boring, hasn't it?
Very.
Yeah, I watched the highlights of the two England games, but I mean, it doesn't really do much for me, the Nations League. So no, it's not been great. Today, I've had two sick kids at home. I'm trying to work from home myself, so it's been a long fucking day. But I'm looking forward to having football back and another Saturday game, which is good for us. Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
Your house fumigated, mate, I reckon.
You know,
it's just relentless.
I honestly don't know how sick you can be and your family at all times of the year. Honestly, you need to be given to medical science. Seriously, I'm telling you.
Yeah, we do. It's all coming to an end soon, apparently.
I reckon, mate, that you're trying to get out of my birthday next week. That's what you're trying to do.
Oh, no, I'll be there. And even if I'm sick, I'll be there and I'll be spreading it to everyone else.
No,
I'm there, mate. Don't worry.
Good man. Dave, how's your couple of weeks been, mate, without football?
Yeah, bit busy to be bored, but yeah, just international doesn't really cut it for me. Seeing Declan Rice against his old country and old Jack Grealish, they don't have the same effect for me anymore.
Oh, 100%, mate. Without a doubt. I mean, would you have celebrated the goal?
Yeah, 100%.
It's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, I would have. Yeah, well, I was working on the channel over that time, and I managed to get a very good guest on, Darren Blewett, which hopefully you boys watched as well.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a real good insight into coming away from football a little bit and talking all about his old times at West Ham and coming through the academy and what he's up to now. And obviously he had a lot of struggles as well. But yeah, I think with the way men's mental health is at the moment, it was a nice little merger with football and that together, and seeing someone come out on the other side and do so well what he's doing. It was really good to talk to him, but it was a long episode.
I was going to say it must have been pretty draining for you because it was a long time.
The thing is, he was quite infectious, so I didn't really switch off. It was a real constant flow of conversation, which was really good. So I was really happy to get him on. But yeah, there could be a pathway for more people to come on the channel and get a little interview as well, which would be good.
From a West Ham perspective, it was great to listen to and get the sort of insider stories. But just from even a non-football perspective, it was a great story and great conversation.
Yeah. What did you think of the Marlon Harewood bit? Did you hear that bit?
Yeah.
He's a big lump as well, Harewood. So Darren Blewett, fair play is sticking it on him.
He is a big fella. He's not someone you'd want to piss off.
I like the story about Tony Carr pulling up in the car next to him.
Oh, mate, that was good.
Quite amusing.
But we're not gonna carry on all the stories now because it was a really good show and it was fucking long. So if you haven't watched it, please get over and watch it on the channel because it was blinding. But more pressing engagements this weekend. We've got Fulham. Dave, you were obviously there last season.
I know.
You was at the drubbing of 5-0 at Craven Cottage.
Yeah, I still saw 5 games.
Oh, mate, go on.
Four
tell us
wins,
about that. Yeah,
and that one.
Yeah, tell us about it, mate. What did you think last season?
Oh, we just got torn apart, didn't we? We defended like bloody school children and got our asses handed to us on a plate. I think.
Was that the game we were 4 down after half an hour, or was that Palace?
It was 3 down, I think, after half an hour, and then and then it just went to absolute shit. We spent most of the time on the concourse drinking beer and eating snakes.
I think our back four were as well.
I think they were. Yeah, they might as well have joined us. No, it was a good day. It's always a good day out, though, isn't it? Going away for West Ham, we had such fun. The pubs around it, and the home fans are actually quite fun and quite nice. To be honest, I have nothing against them. To be honest,
no. My granddad
until they beat us
was
5-0.
Fulham.
Yeah, well, it's a lovely ground as well. Nice old traditional ground.
They used to live.
Anyway,
they
look,
used to live at the back of it, actually.
That's enough of being nice to them. They're a bunch of fucking cunts this week, and we're going to smash the fuck out of them.
Here we go. Here we go.
To be honest, we've had a good record there, haven't we? Yeah, up until like that horrible drubbing, we have generally had quite a good record over there. And you know, they've occasionally beaten us on our manner, but we often go there and get a result. So I don't see any reason why we wouldn't this time around.
Well, they did do the double over us this last season.
They did. So we owe them, don't we?
We have to, mate. I mean, but Matt, what do you think of? Obviously, with the players going out for international duty and stuff, like we've had a bit of a break. We've had the players back on the training pitch. We've obviously got Soler in. Unfortunately, Fulkrug has done an injury to himself. It's not looking as serious as what everyone thought it was going to be at the beginning, which is good. We never want to see any of our players injured. So whether you like him or not, it's always good to have him as an option. But what are you thinking with the time that J-Lo's had with the team now, going into this now?
Yeah, I honestly think that we've got to start now. You know, I know we've only had 3 games and then we've had the international break, but you know, you look at the table. Fulham have got more points than us at the moment, and if they were to beat us, they go to 7, we go to 3, and we don't want a gap to develop between those types of team and us. And if we don't pick up wins in the next couple of games, or at least 4 points or something, that could happen. So, I'm not saying there's no more time for bedding in, because there is, but we want to. I think the result is as important as the performance for this weekend. I do think we'll win. I think we'll. I'd like to think he'll start Wan-Bissaka, the 2 centre halves and Emerson. Be interesting what he does up front.
Hang on, what 2 centre halves are you talking about?
Oh, sorry, Kilman and Todibo.
Yeah, you reckon he'll go to Todibo? Yeah,
I don't know if he will. I'd like him to. If he doesn't, he'll probably go with Dinos. But yeah, I think I'm not going to say the pressure's on, but you know, I think even without asking you two what your thoughts are, I think all 3 of us are expecting to go to Fulham and get a win, and that expectation will come from everyone. So, you know, I think if we don't win, it's going to be seen as a bit of a disappointment. There's been that grace period for the first 3 games, and I'm not saying by any means that, you know, he doesn't still have a grace period. He does, but we need to start picking up some wins.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, going into thinking about the last 3 games we've just played, though, we've played Man City, who really the biggest cheat code that there is in football at the moment is Haaland, and he ran the show, didn't he? Like, let's be honest. He doesn't need to get any time. Like, I actually think we didn't play too badly in that game. Palace, obviously, we came on and we showed that's not an easy place to go, Selhurst Park. We don't have the best time there, and we actually look pretty decent against them as well. And then, obviously, who was our fucking first game against? Completely forgot.
Villa at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was a tough one as well, like, because they're a Champions League team and we took it to the wire with them as well. So having this extra time on the training pitch with them this last couple of weeks, obviously missing a couple, but I still think there's plenty of excitement to go around in this team at the moment. And that's why every week for me, I'm just excited every week to watch the game football, because again, Fulham are a team that you're expecting to beat, because we've got a lot of superstars in our team. But the good thing, the only thing with Fulham, they're such a unit, and Silva has got them so well drilled, and we're not well drilled yet. And that's one thing that is a bit worrying for me.
Yeah, look, I was buoyed by the last couple of league games. To be honest, the Bournemouth Cup game was a load of old shit, but we played a couple of different players in that. But I thought the game against Palace, look, we did ride our luck a little bit in the first half, and they probably should have taken the lead at some point. But it was there to be taken to them, and we really did take it to them in the second half.
Yeah. And the same against City. I thought the second half we played well. If we play like that against Fulham, we're a chance of picking something up.
And did you see, just quick one, Scholes has just signed a new contract as well?
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah, he's just done it. Yeah, so he's signed up as well. Let's go into the transfer thing a little bit. You obviously saw the Egan thing. Was you surprised that we was looking at him, or was you kind of wanting him for cover? I don't know. I've got my opinion on it, but I'll let you boys first.
I was surprised, to be honest. I don't know. Probably just because I thought that we finished all our business and weren't really looking elsewhere. I don't know. I mean, it wasn't anything that overly excited me, to be honest.
Nah.
No, I think it was a bit like the Dawson signing. Do you know what I mean? It could have been. It could have gone like the Dawson signing. It was like a sort of a cheap cover, fourth choice centre back that could have been a bit of a surprise package. But he's gone to Burnley now, isn't he? I see.
Did he go there?
Yeah, he's stuck with the Claret and Blue. But all of a sudden he's popped up in their shirt, signing on the dotted line. So
it's funny how he done his injury against us as well. So we give him the injury and then he fucking gets done and he comes over.
I don't know whether it was just a response to Zuma and a guy getting shipped out. But although
I reckon
as
Casey's
Dave says,
this, mate.
I'm sure when we signed Dawson, I don't remember anyone being overly excited about it. And it was very similar.
We are so well known now for doing all our transfer videos when you get someone in and it's all glitz and glam, right? When they got Dawson in, I think they must have hired Dagenham and Redbridge, stuck him in a fucking one of the stands and gone, can we just take a couple of pictures of you and then we'll be done. That's what it looked like. And then Dawson ended up being Ballon Dawson, who we all fucking love now. So it could have gone that way with Egan, to be honest. But I was happy with it. I would have been happy either way because there was obviously a reason we was looking at him. So, but Casey's there as well. So we'll see what he does. But here we go. We'll go through a couple of comments. Doghouse, they lost to us in the FA Cup final. Yes, they did. Mr. Bobby Moore lost to that as well, which was very strange. Even watching videos back, I always see him in the white shirt and you just
it's weird, isn't it? Very weird.
Mike WHU, in my opinion, it's going to be a draw. I fucking hope not. So, but respect your opinion, obviously. Doghouse, how you doing, mate? We must mark tight in the midfield and they won't score any against us. Where do you think this game is won, lads?
Honestly, I think
cottage, I reckon.
Are you here for the jokes? I didn't realise.
I think our defence will have a lot to do with it. They haven't got a huge goal threat, I don't think. Smith Rowe's a decent player. Who's the other fellow? They've got Iwobi. I don't really rate Iwobi. There's a lot of players I don't rate who always score against us. But I think
I watched Hammer's chat earlier, right? And he made a really good point, Gio. Not Gonzo, sorry. He said that it's funny how West Ham always seem to be overquoted for players. Because when we was looking at Emil Smith Rowe, we was getting 40 million.
40 million, yeah. And what did he go there for? 25.
25.
Yeah.
Like, fucking hell, I would have taken him all day for 25.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
He's a fantastic footballer.
Yeah.
Played down on the floor. He's young, played at Arsenal. I think he would have been brilliant for us, actually. I would have put 25 for him, 100%.
Yeah. I think if we defend well and we stop them scoring first half, I think we'll win the game. they're one of those teams that you make a mistake, you give them an early goal, get the tails up, get the crowd behind them, and it becomes difficult. But if we play as we can, we should win. So I think as long as we keep it tight in the defence, we'll make the chance with the players we've got on the pitch, the top half. We'll make chances and we'll score.
Oh, without a doubt, especially with our front three.
Yeah.
Just a quick good day to Kieran. Kieran, I watched your show again this Thursday morning. It's my highlight when I wake up on my Thursday day off from work. Kieran is with Budgie, who does a show on West Ham Network. So he's a Londoner who lives in Logan, actually, out that way. I'm trying to get him for the British Ham. Yeah, but he won't come. He won't come because he doesn't like gold, apparently, and that's the only thing I was willing to buy him. So he doesn't want to come and have a beer with us, unfortunately, lads. But that's all right.
Right,
Kieran.
That's fair enough.
Constantly in your shows, mate. So that's good to see. So going into the game, who do you see as the shining bright light for West Ham this weekend?
Take your pick, really, isn't it? It'd be interesting what happens, what he does with the forward position, whether he defaults back to Antonio or something different.
Yeah, but Antonio don't get back from Jamaica till fucking today.
Yeah. So that you would think that puts a doubt over him. It should do. Fulcrew's out, obviously. He's not going to start with Danny Ings, I wouldn't have thought.
Is this game crying out for Bowen up top?
I think so.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah. I think it is.
You don't think he will? I think he might.
I don't think he will.
I think he will.
I hope so. I'd like to see, Kudus on the right, Paquetá in the middle, Bowen up top.
It would have on the left.
Maybe Somerville, if he's going to start him. I thought he had an all right game the other day against Man City. He had that really good chance that Edison made a terrific save on.
Yeah.
Do you know what? The Somerville thing really fucking irritates me, actually. Our fan base sometimes drives me nuts. Yeah. Not everyone who's watching, because I love you all, but people are criticising him already. It's like he's hardly fucking played. He's in a new team, new stadium. He's still young. He won Championship Player of the Year last year. He's played against Man City and a bit of Bournemouth. When in Bournemouth, we just kept getting in front of him. So we was taking all his space away from him. And that's what he likes to do. He likes to run into space and people just getting in his way. So I personally think he will come good. I've got no problem with it at all.
I think it would actually be a really good opportunity to play him. If we're playing Bowen, Kudus and Paquetá with Somerville, because the other three are established. It's not like you're playing Fulcrew and Somerville and you've got two people that don't know what they're doing, or you've got Antonio who's a liability sometimes. I think having him there as one of a front four would actually be really good for him in a game like this, a game that should be winnable. So I'd love to see Somerville and Bowen up top.
Yeah. I would take Bowen in the middle. So you boys reckon that Todibo will start?
No, I don't. I think the stats on Dinos at the moment are really shit hot, actually. I think he'd be really, really tough to drop Dinos right now.
Did he play for Greece? He must have played for Greece at the weekend.
He did.
Played both games.
Yeah, look, I think Todibo is a player. I really do. But actually, I think you'd be really, really harsh on Dinos to drop him right now. It's the kind of position that if a player's playing really well in it, it's really hard to just drop him. Do you know what I mean? I think they have to kind of almost make a mistake to lose their players.
But what we've done in the past is when players are playing well, especially centre halves, you play them until they go to shit, and then you drop them and the confidence is gone. Could there not be an argument, rotate them while they're playing well? And then you've got three of them that are purring all season.
I wouldn't, mate, because it's not easy to get two centre backs playing fucking well, especially together. In the Premier League, it's so hard. So I personally wouldn't. I'd like Mavro to just keep going. Todibo, you stay there, mate. I'm doing all right. You know what I mean? And as long as he's doing all right, West Ham are doing all right. So that is the main thing for me.
Well, here's one for you then. We just said who will play on the left. What about Emerson on the left with a back three?
It's possible, isn't it? I
But
don't
these
know
are the
whether
sort,
he'll do it.
but these are the
this
sort of
early in
games
the
that I would like to see it.
Yeah.
So I'd go with that, Dave, 100%. I think
It's not out of the realms of possibility, is it?
No.
So
definitely
who
not.
else would you have in the three?
The three centre backs, you just put Tadibo and then put in with the current two, wouldn't you? You'd have Emerson out on the left.
Sorry, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And you'd have Kudus out on the right, and the other three that we mentioned.
And leave Wan-Bissaka on the bench.
Actually,
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah, good point. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Nah, shit idea, Dave.
No, but you could jig it around, couldn't you? I mean, you could have Wan-Bissaka on the right, and you could bring Kudus into the middle, bench Paquetá.
If we are genuinely serious though about challenging and being up at the top and having success, the players and us are gonna have to get used to players not playing every week. So, I don't know if that's J-Lo's plan, but it could be that we see a different formation, different personnel every week. So I don't know. And going back to what we've said the first few weeks, this is the exciting thing. We don't know what's going to happen. Last season we knew it was the same 11 if they were fit. We don't even know what shape we're going to play. So it's good in that respect, as long as we don't get beat 5-0.
Oh, we better not. We better not.
So could you trust Paquetá as an
A couple more comments here.
What about Soler? Fucking hell.
I don't think he'll start.
Yeah, we're not even spoke about him.
I think he'll go on the bench.
I would love to see J-Lo grow a pair of bollocks here and actually go, do you know what? Sit on the bench, Paquetá. We're putting Soler in there.
Yeah.
Light a fire under his ass because he hasn't been great.
Kick up the ass. No, he's not. He's been poor this season. Yeah. That's another option, isn't it?
Go for a couple of comments.
So the one here from Leslie. I can't remember if we read that one out, but thanks for the comment, Leslie. West Ham to win 2-1. Let's hope so. Hang on. There's one here. West Ham from Kent Hammers. Morning, Kent. West Ham 2-1 to West Ham Saturday. Egan was training with Burnley before his trial. I would have took Egan, but gives Casey a chance.
Yeah, I think we covered that.
And that could be one of the reasons that we didn't get him. I mean, I don't know the full story, but I think with Casey as a fourth, it's good backup. And then Kent's spoken about Adama Traore. I don't know. He's another one that I just don't rate.
Yeah, but
he's almost like a shit Antonio, and that's saying something.
But he always comes good against us.
He does. I don't know how many players there are that do it.
Whatever anyone does, if anyone's near the ground on the weekend, just go into Boots or whatever and buy all the baby oil, right? Take it off the shelf. Don't let him have any of it, and it'll be a lot easier to fucking hold on to.
One from Kieran. He said Somerville starts and smashes it. Well, let's hope so. Kent Hammers again. I'd play Kudus up front, strong as an ox and can finish. Yeah, we haven't really spoken about that as an option. And he does have to play as an orthodox striker, more of a floater in a fluid front three. I think it's the same with Bowen. I mean, Kudus is obviously a little bit different, but they're both versatile enough that you could play either of them. And they don't have to stand there like an old number 9 waiting for the ball to come to them. They can buzz around.
We don't play that way anyway, mate. Do we? Do you know what I mean? We don't play that way anymore.
No, we don't.
Football don't play it like that anymore.
And there's a comment here from, I don't know if this guy's commented before, Nathan Waygood.
I'm not sure.
Says, Do you know him? No.
I don't know. He tries to make some funny jokes every now and again, but I'm not sure.
Thanks for tuning in, Nate. Hope you are well. So Nate's off traveling around Europe. He's on, I think he was on a river cruise, wasn't he? Or on a river cruise. So he's currently in Tallinn, Estonia, and he reckons Mav had a blinder for Greece. So,
Good.
Yeah, maybe he will play. I'd like to see Tadebo. I think because I'm still always of the opinion that Dinos has just got a mistake round the corner, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, fair play to him. Kingy,
That's me, mate.
Talk about this.
Oh no! I don't want to talk about it. I just wanted to see if it worked. We've been recognised as a channel now, which is quite nice by YouTube. I just wanted to see if that sort of stuff works.
This is what we're worth collectively.
Yeah, I've paid our own way, but that's that. Yeah, I just wanted to see if it worked. So I'm happy it does. So that's good. Just means I'm $2.99 out of pocket now.
We'll chip in and reimburse you, mate. 75 cents. Let's see what Emerson. Oh, this is from Kieran again. Let's see what Emerson thinks of Traore after the weekend. I think Emerson will do all right against him. He doesn't mind a bit of a wrestle, does he?
No, definitely not.
And then Mike WHU says they can switch around up front, Kudus and Bowen. Yeah, and this if J-Lo is any good, this is where he'll figure stuff out where we sort of scratch our heads and think, well, maybe this will work, maybe that will work. He might actually have a plan. He might have an idea of what he wants to do.
I would fucking hope so.
Well, he's a manager, so you would
hope he does.
I know what you mean, though. It'd be good to see him actually try out something different, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because, he's been a little bit tried and tested. Now, we're going into sort of an opposition that we want to be trying to get the win out of. And it'd be good to see if he does something different to, what he's been doing so far.
Yeah.
Don't know.
And we should be going there and going for the win. Because if we do,
100%. But I think with how we've set up for the last 3 games, it's been like so refreshing to see so many different ways of football, so many different players coming in. He's not scared to make them changes, and he's not scared to. His in-game play is fucking far much better than that Scottish prick we've had for the last 3 years. Love you. Thanks very much for the medal. But fuck me, it was boring to watch in-game management from Moyes. With him, it's so much more refreshing. I love it.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for it. Every game I'm excited now, where I wasn't before. Not for a while.
So we're all assuming that, well, not assuming, but we're all expecting to get a win.
Yeah.
I know I am. Yeah.
Yeah, Dave, what you reckon on the score?
I reckon 2-1 to West Ham.
Low scoring.
Yeah.
I think it'll be. I think we could actually turn it on this weekend. I'd fancy us to win 3-1 or 4-1.
You have also been now going in the Champions League, like even though we're not in it, but.
I think we touched on it earlier, though. If we could stop them getting an early goal and getting their tails up, because that's exactly what happened to us last season. They got an early goal and they got another one in quick succession and just, put 3 past us in the first half an hour and we were just done. If we can stop that like we did against Palace, and then, we can turn it on and turn the screw ourselves.
I think our defence is so much more organised now to deal with that. So I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, I can't see that happening again.
I don't know. It's Paquetá at the moment for me. I need him to do something that gives me a bit more hope with him. And that's why I'm glad we've got Soler in, because he is going to hopefully give him a kick up the arse, or it could go completely the other way. I'm hoping it's the beginning rather than the latter. But
that's the danger with him, isn't it? Like you drop him to try and get a reaction and end up pissing him off, and then not that you'd want him if that was the attitude he was going to take, but then you lose him, and you lose the talent that he's got. So hopefully it's the right fucking attitude that he displays if he does get dropped. And I think, I wouldn't be surprised if he still gets picked on Saturday. But if he has another game or two where he's played like he has the first three,
he's going to lose that little bit of magic from us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know what we're like as a fan base. We unfortunately, people will start murmuring and people will start not giving it to him, but like he won't have that same love from us. I don't think if he carries on playing this way. I don't.
Yeah.
Because we allow him to do all the mistake passing, falling on the floor, but because he's turned it on, he's done stuff to do that. But when he's not doing the flicks, tricks, and he's also falling on the floor and fucking rolling around, they're going to get the ump with that.
Yeah, and he's not exactly busting a gut to put the effort into make. It's not like he acknowledges he's playing shit and puts in an extra 10-15% work rate.
Dave, is that smirk because you're watching porn at the same time?
Yeah. Just I'm batting off under the table. No, look, I'm listening to what you're saying, boys, and I'm thinking the same thing. And you know what? He's a Brazilian regular international, but Brazil right now are not running the show, are they? They're not boss of midfield. They're not, they just got turned over by Paraguay for the first time in about 3 fucking decades. So he might be in their midfield, and Brazil might be historically a great team. But this Brazil team, they're a little bit soft, and I think it might be because Paquetá is so he's great when he's on, but he can go missing, and he's been missing most of the season.
And you've said it before. You have said it before, and I've sort of always backed him because it would only be a couple of games in his back. But at the moment, it doesn't seem like he's not his normal self. And obviously, he's got so much stuff over the top of his head at the moment. But with having Soler in there, that's a great backup to bring in. And the fact that he's just trained for a week and a half under J-Lo on the training pitch, and Paquetá's just coming back from South America as well. Maybe there is a chance that we might see Soler start. You don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah, but we'll see.
Let's hope if Paquetá is there that he has a good game, and then we've got competition rather than Soler coming in because he's playing shit.
Do you think Ings gets any minutes this weekend?
But yeah, possibly. I could see him coming on, depending on. Well, I was going to say depending on how the game's going, but J-Lo's just as likely to bring him on if we're winning as we are losing. So yeah, I could see him getting some time towards the end.
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to be honest, because I do rate him as a striker, and if we've got our tails up, I reckon he could get a goal, and it might just put him back in. But we will see.
Yeah.
Do you want to do a couple of comments then, lads?
Yeah, I will. So there's one from Kieran. It's got a draw written all over it, but this is where I want to see Loppy turn a draw into a win. Yeah, well, I don't know. A draw wouldn't be the worst result in the world, but I think it's a game that we've got to be thinking about winning and try and win. And the good thing is, if it is 1-1, 2-1 with 15 minutes to go, I think we will make changes to try and win it, which is refreshing because we know under Moyes, we'd have been playing for that point from 60 minutes onwards.
Fucking hell, mate! It would be Dave was there last year, and he saw us get dick fives, and I think we had substitutes still. I think they're still warming up actually at Craven Cottage. If we go back, they might actually still be there. So, yeah, actually, even Cornet, he might actually still be there warming up. You never know. He might actually forget that he actually was meant to be at Southampton.
I'm so glad he's gone.
Oh, fuck me. Mike WHU, as a team gets better, the pack may be less dominant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what we just said, really, in a way. Like, he needs to get some fucking smoke in them boots again and start turning it on before people start turning on him, which would be really fucking unfortunate because we do need to. Fucking hell, radio silence. Anyway, carry on. Fuck me. This is our first genuine super chat from our very good friends over at Claret and Booze. Hello, Nicholas. Hello. Oi, lads. He's also put a comment in here as well, quickly. I reckon
just to bring the mood down.
Yeah.
Well,
Ali, I reckon we are getting beat, unfortunately, lads. Not battered, but beat. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's always hope. West Ham fans, there's plenty of it. So for me, I'm hoping that we get a result. I think we will. I actually genuinely think we will, but it won't. It's like I was actually going to say 3-0.
I'll take that.
Yeah, I was going to say 3-0. I'm quite optimistic, but it depends. It depends how we set up and come out. If we I don't want to see Antonio up front. I really don't.
Something different.
And I do not want to see Souček in there either. We've just talked about all them midfielders, right? And then I've just remembered that lanky thing that we put in there sometimes. And yes, it gets a goal every now and again. He's good at assists and all that. But fuck me, a game's over 90 minutes. Like when we've got them sort of players at our disposal and we're not using them, we could actually be free in front before Souček actually has to come on. And then we'll be all happier because we're 3-0 up. Then Souček comes on and gets a little consolation goal or whatever at the end, and we're 4-0 up. Brilliant. Yeah. No problem. I'll take that all day long. But fuck me, I do not want to see him starting in that fucking team. I do not want to see it. It'll just kill my fucking buzz. And if I see it, I might go back to bed.
Look,
in the week.
I think. Sorry, Dave. What was that?
I said, he scored for the Czechs in the week as well. So he is actually on a rich vein of scoring form at the minute.
Who did they play? Please tell me it's on shit.
Yeah, they played France. He scored an hat-trick. I wouldn't be surprised to see Souček. I'd be more surprised to see Antonio start. And I think if they both start, then I'll probably go back to bed. But, I can see Souček starting, to be honest.
I think.
Oh, God, man. At least Soufal's sort of been kicked out a little bit, which is nice.
I like Soufal.
Yeah, we all like him, mate.
Not as a starter.
Fuck me.
I think when you compare him to Aaron Wan-Bissaka, though, it's just chalk and cheese, isn't it? I mean,
it is.
I'm really excited with Wan-Bissaka, what I've seen in the last couple of games.
He's a steal.
Yeah.
He's a deal. He's a seal. He's a sale of the fucking century. No, fuck it. Forget it. Absolutely. I'll keep him. That's exactly what he's about, mate. Unbelievable.
There's a comment here from Kent. He's commented the defence of Paquetá. He said, we need Pac-Man playing. We've got no other players like him, and it includes Soler in that. He will make mistakes, but door openers. So Pac-Man will be back to his best. We are only in our fourth game. That's fair enough. I think what we're talking about, it's more just out of frustration of not seeing it and knowing what he is capable of.
Yeah.
And the fact that we don't, and I know what you're saying, when he's on his game, there's probably nobody better. But we've got a squad now and we've got other players that
can push him.
We can drop him. We can drop him and bring someone else in. But hopefully we don't need to. Hopefully he has a storming game at the weekend.
Yeah, well, I fucking hope so, mate. I hope so.
Claret and Booze said, bang on, Souček makes us shit and then becomes the hero of his own nightmare by scoring from a set piece. That's a really, really good way of putting it.
Fucking hell.
And he does. Yeah.
Oh, man.
The hero of his own the hero of our fucking nightmare.
I do his celebration every time my missus lets me go on a night out. As soon as I'm going out the door, I do a spinny chain. But that's all I'm taking. Fuck me. Mike WHU. It all depends now on how the coach he has the players. I don't know if I said that right.
Yeah, it all depends now on the coach. He has the players. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Lopetegui so far, as a genuine man on the sidelines and stuff like that? Do you like that sort of stuff? Do you like him on the sideline giving out orders and like?
I don't mind him. I think that there's, to be fair, he's in a pretty good position coming in after Moyes and what we've been used to seeing him. So the fact that he is a little bit more animated, that he does make substitutions, that he does actually look to try and do things that are going to influence the game. It's very, very fucking new and refreshing. It might not actually be any good, but compared to what we have been dealing with, it's a million miles apart. So yeah, I don't mind him. From what I've heard of him, heard him speaking and his mannerisms and everything. I don't mind him.
I like the fact that when the West Ham interviewer asks him questions now, he doesn't shirk away from saying, no, that was shit. Like, I weren't happy with that. Like, it's not like all the messaging like saying, oh, you can get away with saying this if you want. He's like, no, I'll tell you what I actually really think, like, which I really like. Mind you, did anyone see that fucking Barnet manager? The Barnet manager come out and did a massive interview, and it was the rant of all rants from managers, and it was all on the supporters as well. I was like, fucking hell,
really?
and your P45 in, mate, because you might have just fucked yourself here. So yeah, if you're looking for a job as a manager, go down to Barnet, because I think the vacancy might be open.
I was just reading this comment from Kent. I'm assuming this is Souček. He's a pound shop Fellaini. Cannot pass. He's an endurance runner, no speed, but because he's an endurance runner, that's why you see him getting goals late in games. Last 15 player.
Yeah, I would
pound shop Fellaini. I mean, I didn't like Fellaini, so that's saying something.
There's no way in hell that Poundland is still going in England, for fuck's sake. No chance.
Must have gone under.
Keir Starmer's got rid of that, boys. Fuck me.
What is it about Souček then? Because I mean, he was Moyes' baby, and we all thought that Lopetegui was going to come in, change things up, and he'd be first on the chopping board. Not only did he survive the summer of changes, he survived as being first on the bloody team sheet for Lopetegui now. So he's obviously very good at blowjobs or something like that, because he's had them both under their spell, hasn't he? So I don't know.
Well, maybe that's as simple as what it is.
I think Souček is tough because he bleeds fucking for us, literally bleeds for us, and it's like, I wish you were a little bit better. Like, could you imagine if he had a little bit more attribute like Alvarez? Like, that would be fucking unbelievable. That's a player.
Yeah.
But he just doesn't have that same finesse as someone like Alvarez. I've got to be honest, I'm liking Rodriguez as well. I think he's really growing into the Prem. I was the first game, I was like, oh, I don't know. Like, he looked a bit off with a touch. He didn't look strong enough. And then all of a sudden he just started, it's like he's picked up the pace of the game now. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he's a player for sure. And I think that's the future, isn't it? I think Alvarez and Guido alongside each other, and then, you're playing allows then Kudus or Paquetá or both to do what they do best, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Well, so final predictions.
Yeah.
After these couple of comments.
There's just a comment there that I thought you might be interested in. A stat that Souček scored 5 in his last 7 internationals.
Yep.
So he does like to pop up with a goal, doesn't he? And then Kent's just confirmed that Pound Shop is still going. You just don't get much for a quid.
That's false advertisement in my eyes.
Oh, man.
Well, we kind of are false advertising, as we're Australian fucking YouTube West Ham channel, and all 3 of us are from UK. So that's really.
And I'm from Manchester. I'm the biggest fraud.
Fuck me. Well, I didn't want to bring that up because I didn't want to make you upset. But
fucking Mank Australia.
The Aussie over to Europe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we have. Yeah, we sent him over there. Yeah, we sent him over. But yes, it's good to have football back. I'm very happy.
Yeah.
And I reckon it's going to be 3-0. You reckon what, Dave?
2-1, I said. Yeah.
Matty?
Any kind of win will do me, though.
I'm going to go 4-1. Souček will get the 4th.
All right. Well, it's a quick, short, sharp show tonight. So thank you everyone for joining us. Thanks to Claret and Booze for our first official super chat. That won't even get us a pint over here actually, but it'll go towards it. Everything's so fucking expensive.
It's pounds, though. It will get you a pint.
Was it pounds?
It was pounds.
Oh,
fuck.
Might be able to move out now. Happy days.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, thanks for that. And thanks for everyone in the chat. Please like and subscribe. And if you haven't, please go over and look at the Darren Blewett show that I did with him. You'll see it on our lives or videos. Really enjoyed it. What a top fella. But it's good to see you boys as well. Happy to see everyone in the chat. And please like and subscribe. One thing left to say.
Come on, guys. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers. Oh, back. There we go.